James Clifton, Fielding Ridge Precinct. Thanks to a recent open records request, I now have the calendars of Peachtree City Council and staff leading up to the Kennesaw retreat where the Fayette County Development Authority spoke with our City Council about annexation of 1,500 acres in Coweta County, a possible data center, and the extension of Crosstown and TDK. The Development Authority previously made $75 million bringing QTS data center to Fayetteville. When you look at the calendars and listen to what was said at the retreat in Kennesaw, it becomes very apparent that the plan for annexation of this 1,500-acre parcel was carefully laid out. On January 22, 2026, 1 week before the Kennesaw retreat, Mayor Kim Learnard and Councilman Clint Holland attended the Fayette County Development Authority meeting. On January 27th, Mayor Learnard met with the head of the Fayette County Development Authority just 2 days before the Kennesaw retreat. At the Kennesaw retreat on January 29th, the Development Authority made a nearly 2-hour presentation. The audio from this portion of the retreat was previously missing. Now, thanks to the involvement of the city attorney of Peachtree City, the recording was produced over a month after the initial open records request. During the course of the Development Authority's presentation, data centers and the revenue they generate were extensively discussed. The conversation then took an interesting turn when the head of the Development Authority stated that there was an opportunity west of Falcon Field Airport in Coweta County. She then stated that City Council had a short time to make a decision. We now know why. The QTS site center developer was scheduled to purchase this property less than 2 weeks later. The discussion then turned to the Crosstown TDK extension. The head of the Development Authority confirmed that the developer wanted the extension as part of the deal. Councilwoman Suzanne Brown voiced strong opposition to the extension, noting that the increased traffic on Crosstown Drive would destroy our quality of life in Peachtree City. Mayor Learnard later asked, "What is the next step for City Council in this process?" The head of the Development Authority states, and I quote, "I think you should seriously consider annexing the property and tying it into your light industrial portfolio." The mayor responds, quote, "Do we have time to get our annexation study done?" The council and the Development Authority then discuss the time it will take to perform an annexation study. The mayor then asks again, "How do we move this conversation forward?" City Manager Justin Strickland then suggests special 2x2 meetings. For those that don't know, 2x2 meetings are a loophole for government officials to subvert the Georgia Open Meetings Act. If only 2 council members are present, it does not constitute a quorum. The public is not given notice, they cannot attend, and there is no recording of the meeting. On February 2nd, the city manager met with Shayla Reed, the head of the Peachtree City Planning and Development, in a meeting titled Annexation Plan. A week later, on February 9th, City Council and the head of the Development Authority participated in 2x2 meetings. Clint Holland was paired with Michael Polachek at 9 a.m., Justin Strickland was paired with Laura Johnson at 10:30 a.m., and Mayor Learnard was paired with Suzanne Brown at 12. These pairings are not a coincidence. Those in favor of the plan are paired with those that might have reservations about it. The 2x2 meetings were used to ensure the annexation of the 1,500 acres would move forward. The QTS site developer needed absolute certainty before making the $30 million purchase on February 11th. The plan worked so well that the annexation study received a 5-0 vote on February 12th. There is a problem, though. Using 2x2 meetings to build consensus ahead of a vote is no longer a loophole in the Georgia Open Meetings Act. It is a violation of it. Throughout this saga, there have been many victims. 3 of them sit on the dais and are members of Peachtree City Council. They were kept in the dark about this plan and have had to deal with the fallout of this investigation. I'm very sorry you're having to go through that. There's a 4th victim, though, who has been betrayed more than anyone, who I care about most, and who I will always advocate for. And that victim is the people of Peachtree City.